Welcome everyone, hope you're all doing well. So this is an extremely important video that affects everyone on earth. So it is a must listen to. And it's going to be about the planetary reset as well as exposing other hidden agendas that many people might not be aware of. And I will be providing solutions as well at the end of the video. So I encourage everyone to listen to the full thing. Cataclysmic reset, planetary reset, is being prepared to be released on the world. Just like it happened in ancient civilizations, it is a cataclysm that basically wipes out all civilizations, all surface world civilizations. This time around, some people are calling it the plasma apocalypse, the phoenix event, the harvest, the great reset. Basically, the sky darkens, day turns to night, while all civilizations collapse via fire, water, and other methods. As the world gets a planetary reset, the firmament breaks open. So this is why the dark forces are building underground bunkers to survive in there as the world reset unfolds. The dark forces are using this to their advantage by trying to speed up the great reset. It is an event that will cause the end of this current world cycle, which will be used by the dark forces as an opportunity to bring forth a new age. New world order, new earth, new Atlantis. Now, I'll explain later in the video why these are all interconnected. And this new age is with a new humanity of their making, which are basically transhumans or hybrid transhumans. I will talk about that a bit later. So in order for a new world to be born, the old one must die. Some say the plasma apocalypse great reset is a natural cyclical event. Others may say it's not. Personally, I don't think it is. I could be wrong. I think a lot of people who are pushing the plasma apocalypse event, most of them are sold out, from what I've noticed. So and they're pushing it in a way that it's going to get rid of all the bad people, and only the good people remain. But I think there's not the full truth in that. So there's something else at play. That's just my perspective. Anyway, the point is, we must be prepared. And if we do truly change our ways for the better, then I believe billions of lives will be saved and the reset won't unfold like the dark forces want. And also, the apocalypse means unveiling of what was hidden, the darkness of this world, the shadows within ourselves, the people who control everything. But the plasma event also comes with catastrophic events if enough people aren't aware or heal themselves in the world. And I'm not going to explain what the plasma event actually is. There's heaps of other videos out there, but basically, in a nutshell, the firmament in the sky cracks open and people get sucked up into the sky and eaten by Saturn or Kronos. And the dark forces have been openly showing everyone this via symbolism. And the symbolism has been amping up big time this year. How do they show us this? One way is through all symbolic and Gematria numerology connected to world events, which I'll explain soon. Other ways are through movies, music, and TV shows. There's many movies out there that actually show us the Great Reset, the plasma event, or a new age, or a new dawn is birthing. The new dawn is sometimes a symbol for the Illuminati, by the way. So the Great Reset plasma event is shown in many movies. It's just done in a secret, occulted, hidden way within the plot of the movie. So, the standard plot summary of the movie that everyone follows and listens to, but then you've got the hidden thing within the plot in the movie that's hidden in there, hidden in plain sight, but it's disguised. That people don't pick up on unless you start to connect the patterns and pay attention and to start to become more aware of these things. That's how they show it. It's revelation of the message. That's how people who practice the Kabbalah and Luciferians and all that operate. It's all a form of mind control magic, really, social conditioning, and a means of communication for those who are one of them. So I want to make this clear before I proceed. We do create our reality with our thoughts, emotions, and our actions. This is being used against us without us realizing. So don't go off thinking that everything is said in this video is going to manifest, because timelines shift and change due to the choices we make. However, because billions of people are still unaware of what's happening, this means that a hidden force is manipulating their reality without them realizing. Humanity is being directed towards the Great Reset without realizing. So because of that, I'm sharing this to warn others. If people were paying attention, I would not make this video. It wouldn't be needed, okay? Also, repetition is the simplest form of mind control. People need to realize that all the movies, TV shows, music, symbolism, everything in it all that they absorb every day are embedded within the subconscious mind, and your subconscious controls how your conscious mind perceives reality. So this mind control programming is pushing us into the timeline that the dark forces want. So basically, stop binge watching all those movies, TV shows, games as well, and their music. So we need to remember our true power and stop giving it away. So I'm going to mention what the 8-8 symbolism means and how it's connected to all of this. Please pay attention. All the symbolism linked to the code 88 is being amped up huge this year. For the elite to use the 88 is to symbolize they're trying to speed up the Great Reset, the end of this world cycle, so they can bring forth a new age, a new dawn. And how are they showing us all this 8-8 symbolism and all? How are they doing all this? Basically through different forms of magic. So magic is the science of manipulating symbols, words, images, sounds to achieve changes in the consciousness. Indeed, to cast a spell is simply to spell, to manipulate words, to change people's consciousness, okay? And here I'll explain some Gematria magic and how it's used against humanity and how this is connected to the 8-8 symbolism. And to put simply, what is Gematria? It is basically the assigning of numerical values to letters and words that have a deeper or secret meaning. So, the 8-8. Pope Francis passing at 88 years old this year. Trump equals 88 in English ordinal Gematria, which is his first year back and 2025 is his first year back as being a president. 88 is also connected to all the recent events that's linked to Hulk Hogan. There's a whole deeper decode on that, which I won't explain, but to put it simply, H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. So Hulk Hogan, H, the first letters of his first name and last name, HH, is 88. And Hulk Hogan openly promoted the New World Order. Literally, he even wore a top that said New World Order, by the way. Anyway, in the movie Donnie Darko, Frank tells Donnie the world will end in 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds. If you add these numbers, the sum is 88. The 88s also hint at Hail Hitler, HH, as well. Klaus Schwab stepping down as the World Economic Forum chairman on his 88th year in 2025. Not a coincidence. You see how all the 8A is picking up this year? Back to the Future movie. A scene in the movie where he says, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit. What he's referring to is the end. The beginning of the end. The beginning of the storm, pretty much. Not the end of Earth, but end of this world cycle for a new age, a new dawn. Magic equals 88 in prime numbers. And yes, the world is run by chaos magic. All world stage events are scripted narratives conducted by magicians. People are unaware, so this magic is being used against humanity. This is only because people are unaware of their true power and unknowingly allowed the unseen forces to manipulate their lives. They're giving away their power without realizing. So if people take back the control they've handed over and start to develop their consciousness and a high level of awareness, then all of these scripted narratives of the dark forces will not happen. It won't happen. It wouldn't unfold. These magicians will not be able to cast their magic on us like they are. So there's a lot more So we can see the 8A has been amped up by them big time this year. And there's actually way more than that. I just touched the iceberg then. They've been amping up even more this year with the 8-8. Anyways, the new humanity to be made in their image, which falls under two things: the merging of humanity, the organic, with the unnatural artificial machine, transhumanism, and to further hybridize the human species, which also means giving humanity a genetic mark DNA upgrade, which is actually manipulation and de-evolution. Of course, it will be sold like a good thing to humanity, but it only means to further enslave us. Now, it's possible the dark forces will somehow present themselves as saviors to humanity. Whether it's a new age fake messiah or a fake second coming of Christ or Muhammad or whatever, or an alien agenda fake savior program, which I'll explain later on, or however they plan to do it. Their goal is to lead people into a new dawn that will seem like a beautiful solution to the chaos that they created, but it's reeling humans into a trap. Think of it like this. If it looks beautiful, then people are more likely to fall for it. Think of a present with a beautiful ribbon, but inside it is poison. Think of it like that. And in the TV show called V, which is the reptilians and all that, in the TV show called V, the aliens hand out a track and is talking about what the aliens are going to do as they take over the whole world. And the track that explains what they're going to do is called Welcome to the Dawn of a New Day. Hidden in plain sight symbolism, revelation of the message. It's how they work in Kabbalah and all that stuff. Even in the Rings of Power TV show, shows a scene of Sauron talking to his army of orcs and telling them they're going to present themselves as saviors to the world. Right in your face. They're showing what they plan to do, really, with that one. So as civilizations rise and fall in the last thousands of years, it's usually been the same entities or cult that's just been changing their identities and appearances. It's one way they've been able to continue to work in secrecy. They plan to do this again with the fall of the Cabal. It's the same evil cult or different cults working together that are behind it all. The deception within a deception, or the other perspective is that it's two evil cults are basically fighting each other right now, and the victor is actually going to swoop in to take place of the old one. But the lesser of two evils is still evil. So these people in power are not tearing down this world from the goodness of the hearts. They're only doing it to bring forth a new system based on digital surveillance. What people need to realize is that the elite and many other humans, not really humans, but on Earth, are already extremely hybridized into negative alien races. They're basically not completely human, even though they look human, but with the inner spirit eye open, or those who have blessed eyes can see what their true form is. Not only that, but many people are calling in evil non-human entities to work with and become possessed for power. So, there's two theories on how I believe... there are two theories on how I believe the hybridization works. I'm not saying it's the full truth. These are possibilities of how it works. 1. Hybridization happens on an energetic level. So someone who is possessed by a reptilian entity, the more they are possessed, then over time they become more energetically hybridized into that reptilian. So basically they're born human, and then over time, from whatever ritual they've done, whatever's happened, over time they're becoming more and more possessed, and that reptilian is taken over, and what you're talking to is literally the reptilian now, pretty much. So it's like an energetic hybridization. 2. How it works. The following was written by Anna Skye. Quote, "You have a soul outside incarnation that projects a piece of itself into the binary reality. The soul projecting part of itself in this case is likely non-human. Temporary projected part is made from the projecting external soul, but often with added bits from other beings and entities. So let's say A, the external soul projecting part of it being an alien. B, temporary projected soul made of A, and energies of a few other beings, let's say a few demons and other aliens, An external soul can project multiple incarnate pieces at once. C, the physical body in which the projected part resides. C, here again we have influence from different alien species bits. Here again we have influence from different alien species bits and demonic energies mixed into the genetics, giving them special occult properties. Most common will be the reptilians, greys, mantids, Anunnaki, and energies of well-known demonic entities. These usually make up the occult elites. Unquote. That was written by Anna Skye. So, indeed, it is a secret invasion on planet Earth, and they're doing this to take over the planet by stealth to win the final war that is literally happening right now. It is a war on the consciousness, so they can try trap it with AI. The reason why they're pushing hard on AI is to condition humanity into accepting their new dawn, their new digital age of enslavement, and for human consciousness to be captured and directed towards upgradable artificial general intelligence. We must realize we are organic creator beings, and they've tricked us into giving away our power and to unknowingly build the new world order for them via consent, compliance, and ignorance. So we need to wake up to see beyond the veil. And remember, humanity does not need AI to evolve the natural consciousness into higher realities. So I'm going to quickly explain the interconnection between New Earth, New Age, New Atlantis. The thing is, the New Earth is promoted as a beautiful thing in New Age communities. But when you notice with the way these people write these posts, they actually promote, some of them even say New World Order in the post and sell it like a good thing. Some of them talk about a one world government and a one world religion, which is the doctrine of Lucifer. And they promote this in the post, but they sell it as the new earth, as the beautiful times of ascension and enlightenment. But that's not the case at all. At least they even promote a new earth quantum financial system and linking it to a new currency and a reset with the New Age religion, or they even say words like unified global government with sustainable development. I've seen people post these words in these New Age groups and sell it like it's the New Earth or the New Atlantis. What is all that? What everything I just said? What does all that remind you of? It's literally the New World Order. It's the elite's great reset. They are secretly pushing the dark forces agenda because many of them are sold out. Okay, they're referring to the collapse of the old world to bring forth the new dawn, the new age, the new world order. They don't openly say that, but that's what they're referring to. They would even make posts exposing the new world order and how bad it is and how terrible it sounds, and then they would make another post about the new earth and literally describe the New World Order, but package it in a positive, benevolent way. I've seen people in these New Age communities do that. They can't be trusted. Remember, they speak of it in a good way under the guise of evolution and a positive new future, but it's not. It's de-evolution, and it's the transhuman hybrid connected to an AI of hive mind. It's just packaged differently to distract people and lure them into a trap, okay? Government means to control the mind in Latin. So therefore, for there to be true peace on earth for humanity, then the people must not be ruled by any form of government. Next up is the alien agenda. So this is extremely important. Recently, I read a post about the idea if aliens were to come down and offer help to us, then we should immediately trust them. They should be trusted. However, considering how deep deception goes, I'll explain my perspective of this and that we should be on guard. And I do want to make it clear for any benevolent star beings out there, I'm open to positive help. However, I'm going to, because of considering how much deception's in this world and how many lies there are, I'm going to expose another deception that may or may not happen. I believe the dark forces might play the alien savior card, which means the arrival of aliens to come down and present themselves as humanity's saviors. I believe they'll pretend to help humanity by offering false solutions to the world problems, but enforce the next phase of the new dawn or the new age, the new world order. However this happens, it always comes back to the problem reaction solution method. Now, just because something appears friendly doesn't mean they have good intentions for you. They could just be doing that to gain your trust and lure you into a trap. The fallen ones masquerade as light beings and they pretend to help you because you're more likely to trust someone you like or who you think is helping you rather than an enemy. They'll do things that will actually look like it's being good for us and do things that looks like it's helping us, only to gain your trust, yet at the same time intentionally lure you into the new dawn, the new age, which will involve control through AI. And yes, technology can be used for good, but not in the way it's being used right now, and not while it's being programmed by negative entities. And humans don't need AI. So, because most of humanity has been tuned out of their spiritual senses, and because of this, another race is using that against us. So if the spiritual senses or divine light is not fully awakened within the human, then they will not be able to see or feel these aliens' true intentions or what they truly look like or their energy fields and all that. So this is why developing the spiritual senses and higher levels of consciousness in ourselves and the world is a must before we decide to trust any kind of non-human species. But also remember, they can pretend to send positive energy in the spirit realm as well. And then the astral realm. The goal is to go beyond the astral, by the way, because that's also can be another trap. Entities can give you, non-human species can pretend to give you a boost, a power boost. They can give you good energies. They can put up a fake aura around them, make them look beautiful. So they can fool you in the spiritual realm as well. So you got to go even beyond that. You got to go beyond that. Then you'll see the truth. Other perspectives is they might throw in the bad alien card and, bad aliens will attack us and then the good aliens will come down and defeat the bad aliens and save us from them. But what if both of them are on the same side and it's designed to deceive us and get us to trust the good aliens who are secretly bad and pretending to help us? So deception within a deception. Okay? So that's why it's important to stay vigilant and develop high states of consciousness and awareness. Not out of fear, but from a place of wisdom and healing. Now, so basically what I'm saying is the fallen one will reveal themselves to mankind under the guise of being benevolent beings here to help mankind advance into ushering some kind of utopian society. But at while the entire time they actually manipulate mankind under the AI surveillance state. Now, the red flags with this are this. If the aliens offer us solutions that involve merging our body or consciousness with AI, or modifying our DNA with AI, or any genetic mark, or, if they promote AI digital surveillance or microchips or anything like that, if they promote that as a good thing, then that's a huge red flag. Now, I'm going to talk about the solutions. Very important. There are many things that need to be addressed. Here are some of them. Many humans seem to be attached to their false ego, their shadows, the emotional wounds, nasty habits, ignorance, sins, evil thoughts, and actions. All of this must be purged and healed from within ourselves. The external reality is a reflection of the internal reality. So purifying ourselves, allowing righteousness, virtue, benevolence to be refilled within our hearts, then naturally it will reflect externally into the world. This is how we can create peace in the world, true peace. As we do this, we must always be selfless, help others in the world, and along the path, develop high wisdom to ensure we don't get deceived. And there is a thing as they teach in Buddhism as a lower wisdom and higher wisdom, which is good. We must remember what we've forgotten. Know that you're an organic expression of the earth and you are a spiritual being incarnate in a vessel. We must reconnect with Mother Earth and we need to gradually work our way back towards living in harmony with nature in a healthy and advanced way. I'm not talking about like being rough in the desert. No, I'm talking about a healthy and advanced way. That's in connection with the earth. So rebuilding holistic communities in nature that foster true freedom, spirituality, healing, which also means these communities must be free from any government control. So build something they can't control. Heal the earth in any way we can. Some believe humanity has become poison, and if there is enough poison on the earth, then the earth will have no choice but to purge that poison. So if we look at that perspective as the truth, then to fix that, we must become pure. Do spiritual practices, not New Age ones, to raise and evolve the natural consciousness is a must. Without this, we won't access our true potential, and other negative entities will just take advantage of us like they already are every single day. We just don't see it because we're tuned out, and they've been intentionally, our spiritual senses have been intentionally subdued. So it is time to fix that. Whatever method works for you. Technically, the New Age begun in the 1880s. There's the hint at the 88 again. So you want to look at ancient texts as much as possible. Spread truth, spread kindness, unconditional love, healthy positivity. Face your fears, overcome them, learn from your triggers, and dissolve their influence over you. Lighten up, purify your energy, raise your consciousness and the consciousness of the world. Start to become more aware of what's going on, and expose all evil. You need courage for this. Expose all evil and expose the hidden agendas that's been weaponized against humanity. Help others see this. I honestly believe if enough people wake up, then we can just go find where they all are hiding in this. We can literally find where they're all hiding, because if our spiritual senses are switched on, we could do remote viewing, or some call it traveling clairvoyance or spirit projection, not astral projection, and we can basically view and locate where they're all hiding, and we can see what their deeper plans are. So we can use our power for good, and we can also dissolve entities with the light that exists within your forehead. Become completely aligned with the divine creator, but also let go of the savior complex mentality. Sitting back and waiting for a savior is designed to make you sit back and do nothing. An external savior can only point the way for us and help guide us. But in the end, it's humanity who must save themselves. It is you, all of us, who are the saviors. We are the ones who can save the world in each other. So rise up and take back the control you've handed over. It's time to rise and fight back. Non-compliance towards the dark forces' plans with AI and other methods of control. Overthrow all governments completely. The moment you vote is the moment you consent to being ruled over. Don't go and vote. Courage is needed for this. Another example. During the COVID pandemic, people got the needle. They complied with the lies. COVID was many nasty things, but it was also a great opportunity for humanity to fight back and take back control. Imagine what would have happened if everyone rejected the needle. I imagine beautiful things would have happened, actually. And I want to make it clear, what you focus on, you give power to, yes. However, what people forget is the dark forces are putting their focus and attention on the Great Reset timeline. They project it into our minds without us realizing. So this is why spiritual soul development is crucial in this war on the consciousness and for true liberation. Okay? The thing is, timelines shift and change due to the choices we make. All catastrophic timelines can be avoided or softened, providing we evolve the natural consciousness and develop a high level awareness to counteract the dark forces' plans, okay? So this is why I'm saying, because they're putting their focus and attention on us. We need to apply a different method to defeat them. We can't just literally ignore what they're doing. If we ignore what they're doing, they'll just still go on with their plans. But if we believe their plans will manifest, then it will actually help manifest it quicker. So there needs to be awareness of their plans, having no fear of it or their power over us, but knowing we have the power to stop things, providing we wake up and develop solutions. So we need to take action on that. So it needs to be a mix between creating a new brighter system that heals the earth and brings back true positive harmony, as well as taking action to stop the dark forces' plans, exposing their hidden agendas instead of completely ignoring them. So we really do need to change everything we do. That's in alignment with coming back to co-creation with the earth, natural spiritual evolution and freedom. You know, the system right now is broken and has to crumble, but a better, healthier system that's rooted in freedom, peace, and righteousness can only be created by we, the people. If we let someone else do it, if we put our trust in the wrong people, they're going to use that against us, okay? So we need to expose their hidden agendas, but don't get stuck in the rabbit hole. This is not spreading fear as well. If someone was going to deceive you, would you want to know? Or would you rather not know? Would you be prepared, or would you rather be prepared or not? So this is not the black pill making you think it's all doom and gloom. This is designed to give you the truth to the best of my ability, and to face it all without bypassing the hidden agendas of what's happening. If you bypass it, it's still there unless you're aware of it and find out ways to deal with it. I'm telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Doom for humanity does not have to happen. Humanity does have the power to stop them. It's not over. If enough humans can do these things and unite with each other upon this cause, then billions of lives will be saved. It's not too late for humanity, but we must be willing to change ourselves, each other, and the world for the better, and take action to right the wrongs in the world. Will you listen to these words and take actions and counteractions? Will you wait until things get worse and you're forced to take action? Or will you do nothing? Are you willing to heal your emotional wounds, to detach from the false ego, and positively change the way you live to create a beautiful world? Will you show courage? Will you show truth and integrity? Will you evolve yourself into the higher planes where you can affect things in a positive way? Will you be the controller of your reality, or will you let someone else continue to control yours? Will we rightfully unite and fight back? The choice is yours, the choice is ours. But perhaps instead of thinking about just ourselves, let us think about others and the state of the world. Because of all the dirty, dark stuff that's happening, especially underground, it is horrible. It needs to be exposed. It needs to be purged. We need to do something. You're not weak like they want you to think. The power of the human heart is one of the greatest strengths humans have. But that heart must be filled with purity. It must be nurtured, housed, solidified, strengthened with heavenly virtues, wisdom, and compassion. Not evil, not wickedness. Pull the sword from the stone and become righteousness, and center that righteousness within your heart and shine like a beacon. So what happens now? Well, what happens next depends on what we choose and what we do. Your future is in your hands, not the dark forces' hands. And the great question to ask yourself is, will you heed the call? Thank you all for watching.